What's up YouTube, it's RRNIA back with another video. Palm is in here acting out as usual. I'm in a hotel in Dallas right now. I never do videos like this, y'all, but I wanted to just make this video because I want to clear the air on a few things. First thing first, I want to address the fake pages. So I pay for a verified account on Instagram and Facebook. If you guys are talking to a page that is fake, it will not have a check mark. Second of all, there is fake YouTubes that you guys always reply to and talk to on Telegram and stuff. I'm not sure why. I'll put it up on the screen, like what their text look like. I think that it's so obvious that it's fake, but apparently people still think that it's me. My account is literally just RRNIA. You don't see any numbers, any weird things with it, and I'm not gonna message you talking about you won something or this and that. So yeah, that's been an ongoing issue as far as all of my accounts, honestly. Like TikTok, there's fake TikToks, fake Facebooks, all of that. I am not talking to you, so if you think that you are messaging me, you are not messaging me. So please do not send money out to anybody because you're wasting your money on a scammer. So yeah, anyways, about this video, this has been brought to my attention multiple times. I always knew that it was like gonna be an issue when it came down to certain things, but I just want to address a few things. So first things first, I've been getting a lot of comments saying like, oh, Landstar just gave her this tour, Landstar did this and that. If you work for Landstar and you're saying things like that, I don't know what side of Landstar you're working on, but Landstar doesn't give you nothing. You sign on with Landstar and you find your agents, you find your loads, you work the load board, or you just network and get good agents, right? So if you work for Landstar and have the audacity to say stuff like that, it's crazy to me because Landstar does not give us anything. As Landstar owner operators, you really have to do the best that you can to make it out and get the best loads that you possibly can that work for you. Landstar does not really help you at all. You're on your own. I was thrown to the wolves. I happened to get this tour because I networked and I was talking to one of the drivers that knew that this agent that had the tour needed a gear move from Pennsylvania to Arizona. So I did the gear move and I did a good enough job with the gear move that they called me to be on this tour. So no, nobody gave me this tour. Nobody put me on this tour because of this or that or my numbers on YouTube. So just to clear that up, no, I got this tour because I networked with the right driver and he happened to help me out. So he is to thank in that situation. Landstar did not do anything for me in regards to getting me on a tour. That was purely off of me knowing what I'm doing, for one, because I am a damn good driver. No matter what men want to say about females or whatever the case is, 9 times out of 10 female drivers are way more attentive and way better drivers than men drivers. I'm not saying in every case, but just overall. And yeah, so now that I cleared that up, there is a few other things that I just wanted to address as far as being on social media and stuff. For one, I feel like a lot of things get downplayed just because I have a YouTube. So I just want to I did kind of step back from it all during the tour just because there was a lot of jealousy and stuff going on, which I have mentioned a few times in videos. I might do a video on it, I might not, but I did step back from YouTube as a whole for a while during the tour just because my mental state and everything honestly was not the best during this tour. But now that it's about to be at an end, I do feel way better, and I just wanted to address a few things that have been popping up in my comments and Instagram and YouTube and all of that. I've literally had people call the agent that I got this load from and tell her like, oh, she just started with Landstar, why would you give her this load, da 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 da, as if the agent called me and hit me up. Like, it doesn't work like that. And the fact that it's Landstar drivers saying stuff really irks my nerves, because it's like, if you work for Landstar, you should know nothing gets handed to us. You literally really have to like work and figure out what works best for you, and once you get the good loads, you do your best that you can, and then you might be offered something better. So in my case, I did great on the gear move and people liked me, so then I got offered the tour. If I did a shitty job on that gear move, you guys, I guarantee you I would not be part of this tour right now. So yeah, I feel like the YouTube aspect of everything and then being a woman as well definitely downplays how well I can do my job. I've literally had people contact my agent and be like, oh, she can't even drive manual, she can't even shift gears, why is she on a tour? Are you guys dumb? Like, it's like I really question society sometimes as a whole, because I'm like, why would, first of all, I can shift gears, I just don't, because the truck that I bought is automatic, because I'm putting a driver in that truck. Everything I do for my business and myself is based solely off of what I think is best for my business. I'm not doing things because I think people on YouTube would like it, or I'm not doing things to prove points to people on YouTube. And that is exactly why I've succeeded this far. I've been in the trucking industry almost 4 years now, and I've made it farther than a lot of people have. And most of the people that hate and say stuff like that have not made it past a company driving position. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. But at the end of the day, do not sit up and try to downplay me as a woman truck driver in a male-dominated industry because you are not happy with yourself, or because you didn't make it to where I made it. That's not what we're gonna do. And I'm a very, very, very humble person, and at the end of the day, I don't even like addressing stuff like this at all, but I feel like at some point it just all needs to be addressed so that people can shut the fuck up. So yes, I can drive a manual truck. I do not have an automatic restriction on my license. I paid for my license myself. I did not get my license through a mega carrier. That is why I know what I'm doing in the industry. And yeah, like I said, I'm very business oriented. I do what suits me best. Right now, my truck isn't automatic. Majority of trucks nowadays are automatic. That is tends to be what people kind of go more towards. But I did that because I knew a driver was going to be in this truck. When I get my truck, that is my dream truck, will it be an automatic? Most likely not, because my dream truck is a long nose P or a Kenworth W900. So if you watch me, you already know that. But I literally have people calling her and saying stupid shit like that, and it really baffles me. Or I see a lot of comments that will say like, oh, daddy's money, da 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 da. I didn't even have my dad in my life. Like, you guys, people really on social media, I feel like it doesn't get to me, but at some point it just needs to all be like shut down for my actual supporters that will like believe certain things, because that is just not the case. And I'm trying to think of what else was said, but she called me and just told me a bunch of stuff like that, and I just think that is completely absurd, because yes, I did just start at Landstar, and yes, I did get very, very, very lucky and fortunate enough to have this opportunity to be on such a long tour when I first started. But at the end of the day, nothing was given to me, nothing at all. And this tour, a lot of people wouldn't have been able to survive this tour, I'll tell you that. We were out for 5 months straight, you guys. No home time, no nothing. Yes, it's a lot of chill time. Like right now, I'm in a beautiful hotel in the middle of Dallas. So it is a lot of perks to being on tour, but there is a lot of stuff in this tour that has happened that a lot of people left because of it. It was just too long of a tour for most people. They're all getting irritable. Everybody's with each other every day. So most of the people that are complaining probably wouldn't have been able to like do this tour just based off the fact that you're complaining from the outside looking in and haven't got offered something like this. If you want something like this and you aren't working or trying to figure out how to do it and stuff, that's on you at the end of the day, because I do not gatekeep anything, you guys. I help people. I tell people what they want to know. If they ask me questions and I'm on live or something, I'm answering them. So I'm not the type of person to try and hide things from people, and there is a lot of opportunities like this tour gig that I'm on, or other opportunities that Landstar has. So if that's something that you guys want to do and you haven't been able to do that, do not take that out on me, please, because I don't have anything to do with what you're doing. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to address that, and also just the fact of the manual stuff. Like, I hear that so much and it is so annoying. The daddy's money, the this and that. I bought my truck through Lone Mountain to literally try to like make it so that people could follow in my footsteps. I do everything very, very business orientated. I try to help people that were in my position. You guys, my first years and years of driving, I was a company driver for Swift at first. They played with me very badly, of course, because it's Swift. I left as soon as I got played with. I do not let companies play with me, and I will not let you guys play with me. One thing about it, two things for certain, because I work very, very hard. So I worked for Swift for almost 2 years, no, a year and a half, and I left because they started playing with me. Then I went to KLLM. I left after 8 months because they played with me. Was missing a whole paycheck, left, played with me bad. Then I went to Prime Inc. Prime Inc. played with me, trying to say that I owed them $900 for a mistake that they misentered 4 months ago on a load. Left Prime. So I do not let companies play with me, and I will not let you guys play with me. And yeah, now I'm an owner operator with Landstar, and I'm making my own decisions, and I'm networking, and I'm doing what best fits my business needs. And yeah, I'm doing a good job. So you guys can just say that I'm doing a good job instead of hating on me. It's really that easy, I promise you. But anyways, I got my truck through Lone Mountain because I wanted other people to be able to kind of follow in my footsteps. So like me being a company driver and me having like all those things happen to me throughout the years, I wanted to kind of be able to give people an out to that. So yes, I could have went and got my dream truck right away, my Peterbilt, which I was buying a Peterbilt. Peterbilt of Atlanta ended up selling the Peterbilt that I was already approved for. The same day that I got approved for it, they sold it. So I was literally packing my truck and heading to Atlanta from Missouri, and then they sold the truck that I just got approved for. So after that happened, it put a sour taste in my mouth on dealerships, because why are you approving me for a truck that you have somebody looking at or you're gonna sell to? Didn't even tell me anybody was interested. It was on the market for a very long time. So all of that happened, and then I found out about Lone Mountain, and I went through them because you only had to put a certain amount down. So at the dealership, I was gonna have to put $40,000 down on the truck and then have a high APR, because nowadays in the trucking industry, a lot of banks got screwed over because people were not paying their notes because the industry took a dive years ago, as many of you know. If you're in the industry, you know. But yeah, so banks find it very, very risky to give money for semi trucks or anything involving this industry, really, especially as a first-time buyer. So I had never bought a house or a semi, so my APR rate was going to be very high regardless of me having 800 plus credit score. They don't care about that. If it's your first truck, it's very, very hard to get into a truck. So I got approved, but my APR was going to be pretty high. So even with the used truck that I was buying, my monthly payment would have been more than my monthly payment is now with Lone Mountain. So that's why I wanted Lone Mountain, because I wanted people to be able to have a low down payment. So I only put $15,000 down on my 2026 Kenworth T680. $15,000 down, and then $3,295 a month. So my Peterbilt that I was buying was a 2023 with 95,000 miles on it, and I was gonna put $40,000 down, and then my payment was gonna be like $3,600 a month. And then my insurance would have been a little bit more, because I don't know the type of truck. I don't know why it was going to be more, but my insurance right now is $730 a month with 10.4, and my insurance on that truck was going to be $898. So yeah, you guys, I decided to do that just to, like I said, help people be able to get out of their position or predicament that they're in with a company. So did I need to do that? No. I do things because I actually really mess with my supporters, and I want to give you guys a way out, because I struggled for many, many, many years as a company driver. A lot of companies played with me. I literally documented it all. I have all of the videos. Every time I left a company, it was on video of what happened, why it happened, whatever the case is. So yeah, as far as that whole situation, I'm not sure why people feel the need to do all that when it comes to me. They'll make whole YouTube videos talking about me. It's very bizarre. It gives like they're obsessed and in love with me, honestly, as grown men. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to come on here and address those few things, because I am very tired of people just trying to downplay what I do out here. I've made sacrifices that a lot of people would never make, and if you have kids and a family and stuff, that's, yeah, people were literally saying, oh, well, she shouldn't have got the tour because some people have families to take care of, and she doesn't even have a family. Are you okay? Like, do you guys need therapy? Seriously, do you need therapy? Because who says something like that? Because I made good life decisions and have no kids or family or household right now, I'm not deserving of a tour. Like, you guys, I'm gonna go on the Facebook post because I posted this one comment because I was getting these comments all the time. Okay, it says, as life does, the woman that has a bunch of visibility gets the best paying loads. Go figure. She's been with Landstar at this point, what, a month? Of course she gets the best lanes. She's obviously shown with her massive amounts of experience that she is the obvious choice for it, right? Yes, I'm a little bitter. I drive for Landstar, I have a perfect record, and I have never been offered such a lane. Well, sweetie, you're not going to be offered it at Landstar. You need to go work at a company that gives you loads instead of a company that you need to get your own loads, apparently. So I commented back and I said, maybe if you networked and worked on your attitude, you as well could find things that you want. Landstar has absolutely nothing to do with me finding agents. Landstar clearly isn't for you if you want everyone to feel sorry for you. Because who says something like that? You see what I'm saying? And then somebody had commented, and let me see if I can find it. I want to find it so bad. He said, I think you should look at it from other drivers' perspectives. A lot of these drivers are hardworking and doing everything they can to provide for their families. Then they see you come along with no family. You immediately get a better lane than them. Of course, people are going to be bitter about the situation. Huh? I literally said it's not a lane, it's a tour. I'm not dedicated like a lane is, and we sure as hell can't go home like most drivers want. You can be bitter all you want, but that won't get them a spot on any good gig. Attitude is everything. The issue is they downplay my experience and ability to go after what I want with a sob story, thinking my YouTube has any part of me doing good in the trucking industry. I'm never hearing it. Because what are we talking about? So this is the type of stuff that I've been dealing with, you guys. And yes, I know everybody tells me like, Shania, just don't read the comments, just don't care what the people say. But at the end of the day, I do read the comments and I do care what people say because I am such like a genuine person that I just don't like things like that happening to me. Because like I said, I have been out here, I've did my dues, I've lived on the road over 3 years straight. That's living. I can't go to my mom or dad's house. I can't just pull up to my sister's or brother's house. Like, I mean, I guess I could, but I don't. So, yeah, I've been out here. I've paid my dues for the last damn near 4 years, you guys. And just because you have a family to provide for it and I don't, does not mean that I'm not deserving of something that I worked hard for and that I got myself onto. Like, I could see if it was like Landstar called me directly and said, hey, we have the perfect thing for you. But Landstar doesn't do that. And if you work for Landstar, you know this. So the fact that I literally have Landstar drivers coming to me and saying stuff like that, I don't know, y'all. I just wanted to address this whole situation while I had a second. But yeah, life's good. Life's great. Tour is almost over. I have a week and a half. I'm posting my content that I had because I did take a break because, like I said, my mental state was not the best for a very long time. I might do a whole video on that at the end of the tour and just let you guys know everything that happened and whether or not I would do a tour again and all of that information and how I got into it, all of the stuff that everybody is wondering. But yeah, I'm in this hotel in Dallas right now. Pommy is laid out in the corner. I am checking out soon, so just want to make sure that I got everything. I'm in workout shorts because I went on a far walk this morning with Pom to go get what's it called, Starbucks. So yeah, I did lose some weight, you guys. My stomach is like itty bitty. Like literally, I feel like my stomach has not been this flat in a while, but I've been stressed the hell out. So honestly, I like it though. I'm liking it. I need to hit the gym. So my bags are packed. I'm about to leave out of here. Look at this. Honestly, I guess I'll just leave after this video. I was doing some editing and stuff too. I'm gonna go look at a few high rises as well because it is my time to get off this road and get a place again. I mean, I'm still gonna be over the road, but I'm gonna get a place so that I have everything, all of my belongings in one area so that I can just feel a little bit better, hopefully, because lately my mind has not been in a very good, healthy place at all, but we're gonna be fine. We'll get through it. I need to finish up here and then I'll probably edit. I have like an hour before I need to check out because I got late checkout, so I'll probably edit for a little bit. And yeah, that is about it, y'all. But I just wanted to address all of the haters and the hate that I've been getting. There's a lot more to it, but that's all I'm gonna address. And yeah, y'all, I will see you guys in the next video.